I'm going to take questions in just a minute, but first I wanted to let everybody know some of the details about the upcoming Labyrinth Readers Workshop. And I think it's going to be really terrific. That's one detail I want to share with you. I know it's going to be really terrific because I've already been working on it with Grant and David Franco, and we have an outline that is just spectacular. Plus, we were able yesterday to have a meeting here and get some interesting additions to the weekend that we will be able to share a portion of the workshop online at least once each of the 2 days. October 31st and November 1st will be online. Not the whole workshop, but some portion of the workshop. Yes, and we will include the technology of the beta blocker with Labyrinth reading, even for beginners. And so that was another point I wanted to let make sure that everyone knew. The workshop is open to all. You are not required to be a reader. It is not necessary that you have ever read any of the books of the dead. You are invited to participate in the workshop, and we will have it on a gradient so that even people who are just starting out using this material will find that they get very far in their practice by the end of the weekend. And those of us that have been at it for some apparent time, which when you're in the reading space doesn't seem to be there at all, those of us with some extended practice will have some pretty interesting experiments and some projects to participate in. So I'm welcoming everyone. I do want to mention that I may not do another workshop. So this would be a good one for you to attend if you're interested in participating in Labyrinth reading and want to come and share with a group of folks that have this as their primary practice. Then I want to make sure that people know we will be having an email sent to everyone that is on the list. And to get on the list, if you're not yet on the list, if you could just type your email address in the log and you will receive an invitation. And in the invitation, we'll give specifics for arriving on Friday night. If it's at all possible, please come on Friday, October 30th, where we will have some group time together. And we will have a Day of the Dead event with Heather Valencia that is separate from the workshop, but it combines completely with the work that we will be doing over the weekend. So people who are able to stay over on the Monday, you are welcome to come and do that with Heather and I. We will film some of that. And yeah, let us hear from you if you're able to come. Well, we will certainly take the opportunity of live readers and live voyagers, so to speak. I love this simile. During the workshop, we will practice these types of multiple addressed readings so that you can get a feel for how they can work. Remember, there are orders of nuns and monks that are contemplative orders that spend most of the hours of their day in prayer on behalf of named and unnamed beings. That's common in lots of religious traditions, to have contemplative orders that spend all their time doing this type of service. Okay, these are what we're talking about. Book of Sacraments, Angel's Healing Journey, American Book of the Dead, Lazy Man's Guide, and the Revised Practitioner's Edition. Thank you. Put your email address on if you want to be sent an invitation to the workshop, and I'll see you next.
It has to mean something to, as you're reading these things. It has to mean something. So if it doesn't mean anything to you, then you can't read to the people that you're reading to. You know what I mean? When unprotected in the labyrinth, stripped of willpower and forced to follow my karmic tendencies, I invoke the compassionate one of grace to protect me here. When suffering the miseries of karmic habits and automatic mechanicality, may the blissfulness of the clear light dawn upon me. May the 5 elements, the primary light formations, not rise up against me as my enemies, and may I not see them as enemies. May I instead behold the perfect visage of the Beloved, merging into at-one-ment with the void, beyond all form, apparitions, and visions. With all the senses intact, wandering through endlessness, I now have the power to change the dream, being both the dream and the dreamer.